So there are many Christians that are holding views in this day and age that many other Christians find appalling. I'll give you an example. The election was stolen. The vaccines, there's something nefarious in it. The whole agenda with the deep state, the cabal, this whole just Trump stuff, the Putin stuff, everything that you can imagine for which you can label it a conspiracy, unfounded, it's a stretch, whatever that is, and many other world topics, and even things like prophecy, even things like the end times, even things that are biblical in nature, that you have a foundation in the Bible to discuss off of that. And even other topics, UFOs, aliens, what does that mean, and all this stuff. Now, many of you know what the truth is. And when I say that, I'm not saying this in arrogance. I'm saying this because you research, God has shown you, He's given you peace over it, but other people are not there yet. Other people are laughing at you. Other people are saying, no, that's just some alt-right, just crazy conservative, MAGA type stuff. Like, just stop it. Stop doing that kind of stuff. And these other people are gaslighting the people that know the truth. And often these other people who are not informed, they're not awake, they're a normie or whatever you want to call it, they have certain things like a title, age, they even sound smart, and they're belittling many of you that are watching, many of you that are holding truthful views, and you know deep down what the facts are, what the truth is, because you've researched and you've been there. So I'm saying this because, as my shirt says, right, this is a plug, be strong and courageous, Joshua 1:9. If you want this shirt, you guys can find it, christianstore.com. But I'm saying this because many of you are going to be targeted. And don't think for a second, because somebody else has another characteristic or trait that doesn't necessarily relate to this whole topic at hand of truth, of being awake. There's no correlation, except that these people are using a fallacy, like, oh, I'm a doctor, or I'm a pastor, or I'm this and that, I'm whatever. So you should believe me. I have more rational reasoning than you. I'm smarter than you. And so you should stop thinking about all those crazy conspiracy stuff. Don't let that gaslight you, cancel you into thinking otherwise. Now, I say this because recently I've had discussions, people close to me or people even further away from me, very heated discussions. Now, one thing that I have, in some sense, over many of these guys is that I can put together a good cohesive argument. If I'm in a debate room with you, I can debate fairly well, and I sound intelligent when I do talk about these things. And in some sense, this is what I have going for me when I am in these situations. But for many of you, you may not be in that boat. And so at that point, what you've got to do is rely on the Lord and anchor yourself on the actual truth. Because later on, when it is revealed, when the data comes out, when the news breaks, then you'll be vindicated. You will be shown to be right and true. The same thing is happening with many of these Q things, or Trump and these other guys, the hoaxes, right? I mean, we can go talk all day about these things that are political in nature, this weaponization of what's happening against some of the good guys, the white hats. We'll get there at some point. But I'm saying this because if you're holding true to what God has shown you, don't let up. Don't let somebody who is bigger than you, they sound better than you, they are more argumentative and cohesive in their thoughts, don't let them cancel you. Don't let them put you down. This time is a big time to stand strong, to be strong and courageous, because many of you that are awake, you have a responsibility later on when other people are going to lean on you for facts and for truth. For so long, we've been lied to. We've been lied to, and you have a stewardship, you have a responsibility in this hour to stand strong. Now, this could be relevant for many other people if you're not awake, which is that if God has given you a conviction, He's given you a message, if He's given you an assignment, make sure that you stand strong and that you fulfill your duty through all of it, through till the end. Because God, He's going to be watching you. He's going to be helping you. He's going to be enabling you, giving you strength, wisdom, and power to go to get through that. But it's up to you to stand strong on it. Read Joshua. Read David. Read Moses. Read all these guys who have stood the test during the pressure. Queen Esther. Many people. They've been able to have their name written in the Bible, into the book of life, because they stood for the Lord. It's a time right now to stand for the Lord, whether it's a simple thing like the gospel message, or whether it's more complicated truths regarding the state of the world, what's really going on, what, XYZ controversial topic, whatever you want to talk about. These things are critical in moving us, maturing us, taking us to the next step and stage in life. So be blessed, be encouraged, guys. It's a good time. Be strong and courageous. If you want to support me with this, christianstore.com. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.